Here are some tips if you plan to hatch out your own chicks this year. Ensuring that your temperature and humidity levels stay somewhat consistent is key to a successful hatch. I only open my incubator 2 times during the 21 days of incubation, and that's to candle the eggs. You'll need to add water to the incubator to raise the humidity. When you add the water, do it slow and be patient, because after you add the water, it takes time for the incubator to build up that humidity. A lot of the times people add too much water and the humidity is way too high. That's why I like to keep this nasal aspirator on hand just in case I add too much water. And simply suck the water out like this. If you're using a new or off-brand incubator, add a hygrometer inside the incubator. Sometimes the incubator temperature and humidity actually reads wrong, and this will prevent your eggs from developing, so a secondary thermometer is always a good option. It's also best to run your incubator 1 to 2 days before you throw the eggs in to make sure that everything's working right. On day 6 or 7, make sure to candle your eggs and remove the unviable eggs, because if they have a hairline crack, they can explode in the incubator, and that smell will never leave your nose. Make sure to set a reminder on your phone on day 18 to lock down your eggs. Lockdown is when you remove the egg turning tray and you bump up the humidity 15% more for the last 3 days of hatching. Both are very important. If you forget to remove the egg turning tray, it could possibly crush the chick or crush its leg, and we don't want that happening, so set your reminders. It's so important that you do not open the incubator during the last 3 days, because if an egg is pipped or starting to hatch, opening up the incubator can dry out the chick in the egg, it'll get stuck and it will die. I see it happening all the time. Fully developed chicks will be stuck in the egg because kids or people open up the incubator without knowing. During lockdown, I also like to get a kitchen shelf liner like this one. I cut it to fit the bottom of the incubator and I place it on the floor. It helps prevent chicks' legs or feet from getting stuck in these little holes here. It also helps prevent splayed legs, which is a condition that chicks can get on slippery surfaces. It's something I like to do every time when I hatch, and it really helps the chick walk and stand better. Be mindful of where you place the incubator in your home. Don't place it by any drafts or windows. Also, make sure that you don't turn on the fan when the incubator's in the room. If your house is cold and you notice that the temperature or the humidity levels are kind of struggling, simply take a blanket and wrap it around the incubator. Another tip, have your brooder ready for these chicks by day 18, because sometimes the chicks hatch early. On lockdown day, I always get my brooder ready with the heat source and food and water. I know that was a lot to take in, but my very last tip is to have fun and enjoy this process. Hatching eggs and watching these chicks develop from day 1 all the way up until they hatch is an amazing experience. So don't stress too much about the eggs and enjoy this time.